morning, race fans, or whatever this is. We did not go to Test and Tune last night. By the time I got the car kind of cleaned up and loaded and gathered all the stuff up for the back of the truck, it was too late to try and thrash about to get that done. It's a little after 8 a.m. We're getting ready to pull out. We might stop and buy a couple gallons of 93 octane, maybe a 5-gallon can, just in case we need it, which I don't think we will. Yeah, we're gonna stop at the grocery store, pick up a couple of munchies, a gallon of water. Yep. Keys are in the car. We got a little battery charger along. We got jump box along, which we did charge up. We should be good. I mean, all right. I guess we'll get on the road and we'll talk to you in a bit. Been to the store. We made the executive decision and skipped to the gas station. We're not going to need gas. Got half a tank in the car. That's plenty of gas to make 3 or 4 passes. I mean, let's be honest, the probability of me going any rounds today is slim to none. If we manage to win a round, we will be ecstatic. Just because, like I said, I haven't raced this car in over 20 years. It's never been down the track with this motor in it. I haven't been raced. I'm not a good foot brake. I mean, it just, everything compounds to make this a day of, excuse me, essentially an expensive test and tune where we'll get hopefully 3 passes. So, that being said, we're on the way to the track. No, we're not going to stop at that yellow light. If Scooter up here in his daddy's Porsche would realize that the long skinny pedal on the right is the one that makes it go, maybe we could, go a little faster than I could push that son of a bitch. first time here this year. They paved the entryway since last year. That's cool. New owners are doing a good job of making improvements here as finances allow. The previous people that owned it, they never made any improvements. They just ran the track. I mean, they ran it all right, but they didn't improve anything. And that's not sustainable. All right, so we made it. All right, I'm back. I got distracted. A buddy of mine that I ain't seen in a long time. Anyway, so we made it. There's a good field of cars here. It's not a huge amount. We're going to get 2 time runs, which is good. And so 2 time runs, lose first round, go home. We'll be home by 4 o'clock. I mean, we'll try to win, but I just don't have a lot of confidence that that's going to happen. Like I said, I haven't foot braked this car in 20 years. I will say this, it is warm enough that I kind of wish I would have wore shorts instead of blue jeans. But, whatever. We'll deal with it. Hopefully have some fun just driving the car. Even if we don't go any rounds, we'll just drive the car. If it goes from point A to point B without popping and banging and belching and farting, we're going to consider that a victory. So I told you what I thought it would run. I have an idea of what I think it'll run. I'm guessing it's going to go mid 770s, maybe a low 770. I'd like to see it go faster than that, but the crankshaft being hooked to the water pump and alternator with a manual fan on it, and it kills a 10. So, and it just doesn't have any compression. It might surprise me with the cylinder heads, but I'm not going to count on it. So I'm going to figure 770s, low 770s, 772, 773, somewhere around there. That's if it doesn't pop, bang, fart, belch going down the racetrack. All right, on the lanes, a few cars back. Not going to lie, say I'm not a little nervous. I'm not a little nervous, I'm quite a bit nervous. But we will, we'll see what happens. Note to self, get the other helmet out. This one is not comfortable. And now someone put some oil down. So, yay! I about got to keep the door shut or get out of the car because this thing over here, guy won't turn it off. And it's smoking like a time bomb. Fuel smoke. I don't know how it hasn't fouled the plug out yet. But the wind's blowing it all right into the car, so that's joyous. I'm going to get asphyxiation sitting here waiting for him to clean up the racetrack because of a Chevrolet product. Was horrible. Helmet's uncomfortable as hell. I think it's shedding all over. Oh yeah, it's definitely shedding all over. Time to ditch that. Oh man, got crap all over, probably all over me too. 73 light, 175. Oh yeah, that's horrible. Okay, so that first pass was just a disaster. The helmet was coming apart inside, so I was uncomfortable. It had a stumble when I hit it. Turned out it had a small squirter in the front. I had changed it. I don't know. I squared them back up, so hopefully that'll fix that. I had an 07 light, which, you know, part of that was probably because it stumbled. An 073. We'll post a picture of the time slip. 175, 60 foot, which is, should at least be 170, I would think. 168, 170, 521, 330 foot, 814 at 83 mile an hour. And it felt like it spun, which I don't even know if I don't even know if the slick smoked at all. So we'll do more burnout this time. Hopefully it won't stumble. Got a helmet that's comfortable. Squirters are squared up. Yeah, but hey, it went down the racetrack. Came back, nothing leaking, came back under its own power. So I overwound first gear. Be honest, not used to having to shift. So the light came on and stayed on quite a while, and it actually nosed over a little bit. It never got into the rev limiter, which is kind of surprising. Maybe it did and I just didn't hear it. Well, we'll see it on the in-car, I guess. See if we can hear it. Yeah, I forgot I had to shift. So instead of shifting at 58, we might have shifted at like 65. But all right, well, that's out of the way. All right, in the lanes for our second time run, second and last time run. I feel a little better now. I got that first jitters out of the way. We'll try to remember to shift this time out of low. Got a little bigger squirter in it. It seems better. Hopefully we didn't go too big. We leaned on our selfie stick and broke it. Oh no. I don't know, maybe I'll glue it, or maybe I'll just spend the $15 and buy a new one. I hate spending money. The car, it's fairly consistent. My lights are fairly consistent, but both are slower than a turtle sandwich. It doesn't feel like it bogged. It might not even have bogged the first one. Yeah, I think it did. I thought it spun the first pass, but now I don't think it did, because it didn't feel like it spun that time, and the 60 foot was actually a touch slower. I think it's just so slow, I don't know what I'm feeling, because I'm not used to running anything like that. I pulled a couple plugs and looked at them. They look kind of rich, but you know, idling it back, I guess could make them do that. I can't find any timing mark on the ground strap. So we're going into eliminations, and I went ahead and put a couple degrees of timing in it, because, you know, why not? I mean, we're here to make 3 passes and see how the car runs. And so anyway, we've been 73, 75, I don't know, one of those in 71. That's not going to cut it, but I don't dare try and be quicker, because then it'll be red. So at this point, we're just going to go up there, hit the tree the same. Put an 812 on it probably, and see what happens. We'll probably lose, and we'll load up and go home. I think it needs the the brakes. I think it needs the brakes bled again because I'm kind of having to pump them to get a better pedal. So there might be some air in one of the lines. And it's stopping. I mean, I'm making the first turn without having to like work them real hard. But it just feels a little spongier than I think it should. But that's why we're here, is to figure this stuff out. Anyway, we'll sit up so that we don't look quite so stupid. Anyway, we'll be back once it gets time to race. I don't know what happened. I just seen the four-wheeler go down, and they haven't sent anything down the track in 25 minutes. So, but we'll be back after a bit. All right, they just called us for first round. Here we go. Well, this should be fun. About at 8:12, that's what it ran last pass. Air's gotten a little worse, but I put a couple degrees of timing in it, so who knows what it's going to do. But I'm lined up against a car dialed 628, a real race car. Yeah, 2 seconds head start. I ain't going to be able to judge that. Hopefully he can't either, but yeah, whatever. We're just going to wheel her on down through there and... Well, I'll be damned, I got a white time slip. He red lit. I was 70. Went 825 at 81. Ooh, it didn't like that timing. I guess we'll take that back out of it. I can quit yelling now. Oh well. Hey, we won a round. All right. So here's what we've learned. I have got a spot on the tree, and it is light, but man, it's consistent. 70. A little bit of timing I put in it, no bueno. So we just pulled that back out and maybe took just a little bit out, more than what it had. At this point, I don't know. It doesn't matter. We just won a round, which we had no plans, no expectations. That's the word we're looking for. No expectations of happening. So at this point, this is just bonus. So let's pull a little timing out of it and see what it does. Now I don't know what to dial though. I mean, what, 825, 828, 825, I guess. Hey, it's been a good day. I mean, it's slower than a mud fence. Slower than a mud fence. But it's running all right. I mean, it ain't doing anything weird. It's stopping. I think the brakes need bled, but whatever. I mean, all right, on to the next round. Here we go. Same guy as first round. These brakes are not good. Wow. So here's what we know. The timing marks are not correct. I just pulled, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 degrees of timing out of it after the 2 I put in, and the car just went 779 at 86.9 mile an hour, 168 60 foot. So that's a huge difference. Yeah, I won again, the man red lit again. I was 61 this time instead of 70, but all right. We're playing with house money. Cool. All right, third round. Here we go. So the mediocre lights finally caught up with me. I dialed it to 78 because I wanted to be able to, whoop, you can't see. I dialed it to 78 because I wanted to be able to run it out. So it went 79 with a 7, went 79 with a 0 there, so it's consistent. But I was 76, he was 54. It was a good race. I mean, finish margin was 13 on his side. So I can't complain about that. I mean, anyway, it was a good day. I mean, we didn't break anything. The car run pretty good right there at the end. We got to figure out timing. But, I mean, what the hell, man? All right. That'll probably do it. We'll chat at you later.